Thank you very much. I might add, it was 20 years ago when Barbara Mikulski and I got together and worked on the CDBG, that existing program that funds childcare. And I'll leave you with these words because I think my colleagues have summed it up extremely well. Difference between stupidity and genius is that genius has limits. Albert Einstein. Think about that. Thank you very much.
Senator, can I just ask you quickly, I'm sorry, just off topic really quickly. Crime, the rising crime happening across, major cities in America. Your thoughts on calling for a full hearing? Talk about that.
Well, I'm not on judiciary any longer, but I do think that there needs to be a hearing on it. I do think that there should be a hearing on that and understanding why we're seeing the rash of crimes across the United States, and then ways that we can assist with our local governments, our state governments, and through the federal government, find partnerships to make this better.
On topic.
Can I on topic, this is an opt-in program, and states, if they do opt-in, can't take any more than 10% of their block grant funding for children under 6 anymore. And I was wondering if you guys have talked to different states about whether they would even participate in this plan if Democrats are able to get it passed.
Take a look at the states that chose not to expand Medicaid, and I think you get a pretty good indication as to how the map lays and probably what CBO followed from a standpoint of how they scored it.
Senator, related to the cost of raising children, the child tax credit expires at the end of this month. Is there an appetite at all in the Republican caucus for renewing that, extending that in any capacity before the end of the year?
Right now, there's not an appetite in the Republican conference to engage in anything. We haven't been included in any of the discussions, debates, or consideration of this legislation.
And if I can add on to that, though, as well. Yes, I'm sorry. And I would love to add on to that, too. So this was a program that was put into place through one of the COVID relief packages. So now Democrats are really concerned about continuing on this program. What do we think is going to happen if the programs in the BBB are put into place, programs that are only funded 3 years, 5 years? We've already said as Republicans that once you have a program in place and you're providing those subsidies, you've expanded that access, it is really hard to then stop the program. So this illustrates completely and perfectly what we see happening with all of the socialized welfare programs that we see in the Build Back Better bill. They will continue forever because Congress won't have the will to end those programs, even though the Democrats have stated they'll only last so many years or we'll find a way to pay for them. We haven't found a way to pay for them, or they would have demonstrated them.
Forget all the process and politics. Do either of you want the expanded tax credit to continue in 2022?
They'd have to find a way to pay for it, and they haven't discussed that with us.
Senator Romney mentioned some of the process concerns about the reconciliation bill. I know that you guys share a lot of those. Senator Manchin's been in negotiations with the White House. So has he made any comments to you guys, or have you heard anything from him about process concerns with how?
Well, I think you heard his colleague from West Virginia raise concerns about faith-based organizations. Those are the same faith-based organizations that Senator Manchin represents.
Yeah, God bless him. He's got a lot on his shoulders.
Last one.
HHS said they may need more COVID money, which means they may have to come back to Congress to ask for more money to battle.
I can tell you, I talk to the agencies practically every day. Nobody has asked for more money. They're flush with money right now. Thanks.